What position do you play?
I am the setter.
I'm a DS. It's defensive specialist.
I'm a libero and a DS.
I am an outside hitter.
What is your favorite part about volleyball?
I love game days because they're so exciting, and practice during the period is very easy, so that's pretty cool.
Game days, because it's really fun, playing.
My favorite part of volleyball is game days and the bus rides. They're pretty fun and funny.
Probably game days because you don't have to work out. You just go in there and play volleyball.
How is the season going so far?
The season's going pretty good. We just need a lot of work as far as teamwork and communicating and just getting the simple things together and staying strong, definitely towards the end of the game. And I think if we can do that, then the season will be going much better, especially now that it's coming to an end.
It's pretty good. Yeah, we have a chance of making it to playoffs this year.
It's going pretty good. We're doing good. As we need to work on teamwork and other stuff, but overall it's fun.
Are you going to continue playing in college?
No.
Yes, I do. Actually, I went to a college this weekend. It's a little college up in Oregon, and I plan on moving out there in June. And it's just a 2-year college, but I'll be playing volleyball there.
Make sure you go out and support your Lady Warriors. This is Megan Hoklas signing off for the WBC.
Are you even wearing your contacts?
Wait.
Oh!
Did you come to the fair, Warriors? What brought you to the fair?
Bielss.
The rides!
Why did I come to the fair? The girls.
The fair!
How did you spend your fair day?
On fair day, I went to sleep and I did my sister's hair, and that's about it.
I went to sleep. That's all I did.
I went to work at Six Flags all day long. I had fun though, even though I didn't go to the fair. I went to the fair on Sunday. Does that count?
This is J.D. Henderson signing off for the WBC.
Creepy criminals, defend yourself with whatever you can. Fabulous.
They say when you leave the graveyard, if you look back, you'll see flashing lights and you'll hear the screams of old man Berenstain. That ain't true.
Yeah, it is.
No, I don't think so. No.
Yeah, you can ask anyone.
Do you know of any haunted places in the area?
Yes, my neighbor is actually a werewolf.
No, not really. I guess like a graveyard?
No, I don't.
Would you rather go to a stage haunted house or a real haunted house?
I would rather go to a staged haunted house, so I know that I can get out alive at the end.
I would much rather go to a legit haunted house because it'd be more scary.
The Arkansas Roadhouse. The family that lived there kept their son in the basement. Apparently, he murdered his parents and kept their bodies in the freezer and eventually killed himself. Estes Cemetery. They say that there are strange lights over the tombstones late at night. Also, witnesses have heard strange laughter coming from nowhere. Grand Prairie Memorial Cemetery. They say as you leave the graveyard, a girl in a long white dress runs across the road in front of your car and disappears. The Palace of Wax and Ripley's Believe It or Not. The Palace of Wax is believed to be haunted by victims of a fire. The employees say that they feel a strange presence and electrical malfunctions happen that cannot be explained. They also can hear strange noises like bells and someone screaming. Do you believe that places are actually haunted?
I know places are haunted because my house is haunted.
Sure?
Of course not.
Now that you've heard the stories, you could choose to believe it or not. This is Emma Lawler, signing off for the WBC.
let's take a look into the future.
Do you know what will happen February 18th, 2009?
Everything will now go to HD TV. Digital TV goes live.
Starting February 18th, 2009, all analog signal will turn to digital signal. This will create less frequency in the signal and create better sound and picture. What is your plan for receiving digital cable?
I have a TV, so I'm going to keep the one I got.
I think all of my TV feeds in my house already have the digital signal coming through.
Buy a gigantic plasma screen TV.
Number 1. Buy a converter box, which can be found in any electronic stores. They cost around $59.99, but if you register for a coupon, you can save up to $40. Each household can register up to 2 coupons. Number 2. Calling a cable company and getting a dish. Number 3. You can always upgrade your TV from an antenna TV to a digital TV. What do you think of the new digital era?
Pretty soon, I bet we'll be out of this era into something better.
I've gotten to the point that if it's not in HD, with the digital signal, I don't even really like watching TV anymore.
I think it's good because, you can watch TV better and you can hear it better.
How do you think TV will change in the future?
Maybe we won't have to pay for cable anymore.
Upgrade more.
This is Edtna signing off for the WBC.
We're here in the holy sanction of the gamer.
Yeah, level up!
Fascinating. We've been warned not to get too close to these creatures, but let's get a closer look.
No!
You made me lose a life.
Do violent video games cause real-life violence? A question that stirs up controversy all over America. How does violence in video games affect the brain?
Violence in video games probably doesn't actually affect the brain. It affects behavior, which I guess is an extension of the brain. But I imagine you could probably see a coarseness develop in somebody in the amount of violence that they see, thereby allowing them to accept more violence in daily life.
How has violent video games affected your lifestyle?
Violent video games has not affected my lifestyle at all. I play first-person shooters. I don't think that it affects people or makes them violent. I think if you're violent, you're a violent person. If you play violent video games, then you're playing violent video games. I'm sure there was plenty of violence before video games ever came out.
Do you think the parents are more to blame than the games?
Of course they are. It's a parent's responsibility to monitor their children. I mean, if you find a 6-year-old playing GTA 4, you might want to reconsider your parenting plans.
People such as Jack Thompson, a man who's filed many complaints against companies that make games such as Grand Theft Auto and Halo, were quick to judge violent video games for the events at Columbine and Virginia Tech. There are too many lurking variables, such as bullying and isolation from society, to even consider games to cause real-life violence. A study in 2005 showed that although video games do cause some type of aggression, it is not to the point that they go out and harm others. Even statistics shows that as video game sales go up, crime rate goes down. Instead of complaining, maybe it's time for parents to go and get involved with their kids, see what they're playing, pick up what they're playing. This is Tito signing off for the WBC.
I don't know what happened. What? Season tickets to the Cowboy Stadium, stop him!
Hey guys, have you seen the new stadium?
Now under construction in Arlington is the new Dallas Cowboys football stadium. This monster will be replacing the former home of the Cowboys, the Texas Stadium in Irving. The Texas Stadium opened in 1971 and has hosted pro, college, and high school football games. The Texas Stadium can seat up to 65,675 people. The new Dallas Cowboy Stadium can hold over 80,000 people, and if expanded, over 100,000. The Texas Stadium cost $35 million to build.
The estimated cost of the new stadium was $650 million, but the cost has now exceeded $1 billion and is still growing. The first thing you see when you look at the stadium are its two outstanding arches, both reaching 300 feet high or 91 meters. At this height, you could put the Statue of Liberty in the center of the stadium and still be able to close the roof. The stadium will be hosting the AT&T Cotton Bowl and in 2011, Super Bowl 45.
I wanted to see what you thought of our varsity cheerleaders, so I interviewed some other sports varsity players. Let's take a look. What do you know about our varsity cheerleaders?
I know everything about the varsity cheerleaders. They're really dedicated to their sport. They're at our football games.
I know that they're really talented.
Do you think our cheerleaders work hard?
Probably work hard.
Yes, I think they definitely work very hard.
I think they work hard. They can dance.
Yeah, of course. You know, I always see them sweating.
Do you think you can do what they do?
Absolutely not.
Probably not.
Probably not. I'm not that flexible. I know I can do what they do.
Do you think cheerleading is a sport?
Oh, absolutely. I think it's a sport 110%. No, I do not feel it's a sport.
I think it's a sport.
I think competitive cheerleading is a sport.
Now let's see what our cheerleaders think. What does it take to be a varsity cheerleader?
You have to be loud, good jumps, and have a lot of confidence.
Teamwork and intelligence, because you have to remember a lot of cheers. Commitment, cooperation, and teamwork.
And attitude.
Time, dedication, hard work. You have to tumble probably.
You have to work hard, paint a lot of signs, and put a lot of time into it.
How long have you been cheering?
This is my 10th year.
I've been a cheerleader for 12 years now.
This is my 5th year cheering.
This will be my 6th year.
Like 8 years.
2 years.
Do you think cheerleading is a sport?
I definitely think it's a sport. Yes, I do. Definitely.
I think cheerleading is a sport because we have to work hard. Yes, it is.
Cheerleading is a sport. It's the #1 sport for spinal cord injuries.
So next time you think you could do this or this, think again. Despite what you may think, Warriors, cheerleading is a sport. It requires agility, strength, and constant conditioning. Our cheerleaders work hard, sacrifice their time, and risk injury. So next time you think cheerleading is easy, think again. This is Nicholas Gonzales, signing off for the WBC.
I'm Miss Marks, I'm an English teacher, and the way that we do RAD time in my class is I gave my kids at the beginning of the year several choices of books they might like to read. I read them the synopsis, the little blurb on the back, and as a group they chose one of the novels, and that is the novel we read every day at RAD time, and I read it out loud, and they get to hear a little bit each day.
My name is Mrs. Kellerman, and I teach junior English here at South. And for my contribution to RAD for this year, my 5th period is presently reading To Kill a Mockingbird.
I am Miss Lynch, and I teach English too. And what my class does for RAD reading is that the last 15 minutes of every day, we stop what we're doing and we do silent reading. Every 2 weeks, we go to the library to recheck our books or check out new books, and you can read anything you want.
This is Taylor Prater
and Elizabeth Byrd
signing off for the WBC.